Today on Scrap Hoarders, after years of Christmas crafting and card making, the team of 7 crafters will brave their piles and bins of paper scraps to help you destroy yours. Hello and welcome to the Scrap Hoarders Holiday Collaboration Series. There are 7 crafters in this collaboration, and for the past 3 weeks we've been showing you different ways to use your scraps. We all have tons of scraps from our card making and other paper crafting, and this week we're going to show you how to use those scraps to make cards. In week 1 we made embellishments, and in last week's episode we made tags. At the top of the description box you'll find a link to the next person in the lineup. I hope you take time to watch all 7 videos, and as always we'd love your comments and thumbs up, and if you aren't already a subscriber we hope you consider subscribing and click on the little bell so you won't miss the next volume of the Scrap Hoarder series. You can also use hashtag Scrap Hoarders to find all of our videos. Some of us might be offering prizes on our channel, so be sure to pay close attention to details. At the end of this 3-week series, we will have 3 grand prize winners drawn from all of those folks that watched and commented on all videos each week. The grand prize drawings are open internationally. Check the description box for all of the details. Okay, this is going to be take 2. I forgot to hit to record before I started this cute little card. What I decided to do, because last week someone mentioned that they kind of thought it was funny the way I think of my scraps. So I thought I might want to explain that a little bit. I figure everybody's got their own definition, so I would love to hear what yours is. So go ahead and leave that down in the description box for me. What they said is that they were really surprised at the way that I do what I consider scraps. I consider a scrap anything that doesn't go on a project at the time that I'm making it. It doesn't matter if it is pieces of ephemera, if it is panels that I did previously and didn't use, scraps of pattern paper or cardstock, or in this case it's pieces of ephemera from a digital kit. Both of these came from digital kits from Tailor-Made Cards for You. This one is from a kit that I used, I believe it was October 31st. I did a shaker card. This was one of the pieces in that kit that I didn't use for that project. This one is from a digital kit from Tailor-Made Cards for You that I used for my last year's December project, and again I didn't use all of the ephemera. So what I did is I went ahead and made it into a card. I just used a piece of red foil cardstock from Michaels, popped up on some Arteza foam tape, and just adhered down in place with some dot liner adhesive and art glitter glue. And that guy is all finished. I may go back and add some Nuvo drops or some gems or something, but that pretty much finishes up the card, including going ahead and stamping it and signing it on the back. So the next card I'm going to do is one using one of the embellishments that we used back 2 weeks ago. And I thought that it would be kind of cute just to have it backed up and with a simple sentiment. And I don't think it needs any kind of an extra mat, so I'm just going to go ahead and put that one in place and leave this one pretty much flat. Okay, and this pattern paper came from that same paper pack that I had gotten from Michaels, the Cute and Cozy Christmas. Now I checked on their website and it's not listed on the website, but I could have sworn that I had picked it up this year and that I'd gotten it from their actual store, so you could always drop in there and see if you could find that. So go ahead and adhere this little embellishment down. And I decided to use one of the stickers that I had in my stash as well. And I'm going to just add some art glitter glue to the back of that to make sure that it sticks very well. I found that with most stickers, they stick okay to start, but then they come off fairly easy. And I don't want that to happen on this cute little card. And that one is done, and that took less than like 3 minutes. I will go ahead and stamp the back. And this stamper I picked up at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. I don't know if they have them anymore. It's called Mason Row. I think they still have some of the little stamp pieces that you can put in it. You can change the stamp out, you can change the ink out. So it's kind of neat. I like having that on my desk. And I always go ahead and put down the year for that. So that is my second card. For the third one, you guessed it, I'm going to do something with that cute little penguin. I had a lot of comments on that. I decided that that looks very much like a snow globe, so I'm going to go ahead and make a little base for this. And to do that, I'm just going to use a piece of brown, another scrap from my bin, a piece of brown cardstock, and I'm just going to basically cut it right about the width of that flat part and just trim off a piece there. And as I've mentioned before in different videos, for small pieces I use my small scissors, and for the bigger pieces I use my big scissors. I just find it a lot faster. Oh, that is going to be too cute. So I'm just going to put a thin line of art glitter glue right along this edge and adhere that down. And try to get it straight. And now we have got our little penguin in a snow globe. Isn't that just adorable? So now I'm going to go ahead and put that same green plaid paper that I like so much and go ahead and put that down on another card base. And try to center that up pretty well. Actually, that's a little crooked. One of the nice things about dot line adhesive is that it will let you pull it up for at least a second or so. So you do have a little bit of time there. Okay, that's better. And then I'm going to cover the back of this with some art glitter glue and just adhere down. And have them a little off center. Go. And then this is one of the sentiments I found in my stash. Not real sure where it came from, but I'm going to pop that up on some Arteza foam tape, and this card will be pretty much done other than stamping the back. There we go. So that makes 3 cards done so far. Now I decided to, like I said, I went through a bunch of my stuff and I found that I had at some point colored these cute little mice in some stockings. I think this is just adorable. And then this is one of the panels that I had made a few weeks ago. That I'd done on another video. I'll find the video and I'll leave a link for that here if you want to see how I made the panels. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this one down just like I did the others. I want it to be 3.5 by 5 1/4. Or 3.5, yeah, 3.5 by 5 1/4. Just checking to see how I want to trim that one down. So this one's already at 4.5. So I actually want it to be 3 3/4. I want more of the green on there. So I'm going to cut off some of the white space. So 3 3/4 by 5. That's actually a 1/2 inch off of each of those 2 sides. And then I'll have this little guy there, and then as a sentiment, put that. I think that should be a good job there. So this one is watercolor paper. It's not very warped, but I'm going to go ahead and adhere it down well with some foam tape. And this time, because it is it looks like I've got a piece of tinsel in there. That's funny. Since this one is some slightly warped watercolor paper, I decided to go ahead and cover the entire thing and take off all of that release paper. I'll go ahead and center that and pull off the extra. And I also decided kind of last minute that I wanted a little bit more than just this cute little mouse. So I'm going to add this stamped It's basically looks like a stamp. It's using a stamp die, and it was one of the Tim Holtz stamps, cling stamps. So I'm going to go ahead and use that and put that down with my dot liner adhesive. Add a little bit of an angle, and then put down this cute little mouse. And one thing I definitely need to find in my stash is a snow pin. I know I have one because you can see I used it last year on this little mouse's stocking, and I have no idea what I did with it. Now I'll add that little do not open till December sentiment, and this guy is all done. Now I'm going to make some more cards, and one of them is going to be basically the same idea but on this foiled background. This is a digital image that I created and just added some foil to it, and I'm going to leave you a link to that down below. You can do it in any color that you wanted to, but it's just some nice stripes. So this finishes up this episode of the Scrap Hoarders Holiday Collaboration Series. Thank you so much for dropping by. I hope that you've been inspired to do some Christmas crafting using your paper scraps, and I would love to see what you create. So come join my Facebook group, Crafting with Debbie, and show us your creations. I've left a link in the description down below. Click on hashtag Scrap Hoarders in the video title to find all of our videos, including the original Scrap Hoarder series that came out last June. You can also see all of my Christmas crafting videos for 2020 by clicking on hashtag djccChristmas2020 down in the video title. Here are some other videos that you may be interested in. Thank you so much for dropping by, and remember, if I can make it, you can too.